Anytime you're ready.
I call the July 11, 2023 regular Avon Township Board meeting to order. Pledge of Allegiance. Trustee LaFreda, will you please lead us?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call.
Trustee Gilbreth. Kirby.
Here.
LaFreda.
Present.
Grappa.
Present.
Supervisor Bellman.
Here.
We have a quorum, also present, Assessor Frost, Highway Supervisor Kula, and Clerk Larson.
Do we have any public comments today? You'll just stand up.
Sure, I'll stand up. So I'm hoping that the township board can follow through on the community garden Supervisor Baumann suggested 2-3 months ago. Just make it happen. The keyword is community. I look at my property up in Florence County, a little bitty Florence County with 5,000 people can have a garden that's owned by the Florence Utility Commission where the land is. Certainly, Avon Township could make this happen. There's lots of ways to do it. Just be creative and community involvement, business involvement, sponsorships. Make it happen. Make it happen for 2023. Make it happen for 2024.
Thank you. Any other reports? Or public comments? Official reports. Does anybody have an official report they want to give? I just want to make a comment about George for coming out and helping Bob and I try to figure out where this little Dane. What was it called? Electrical box was located. We were looking for days and days and hours. And the funny part was, we found out because every time we come into this community meeting or this community room, the door is always open right there. So the electrical box is right behind that door.
Yep.
And so George finally used this little gadget after we were searching and searching every nook and cranny, going back into the assessor's office. I don't know how many times.
And I'm like, it's gotta be around here somewhere.
But the great part is now we're going to be able to, we have to buy a new fountain, but we're going to be able to buy it and we're going to be able to get the pond back in shape. The pond, the original fountain was from 1999. So it lasted that long. So I think it's time to get a new one. But that's a long time, 1999. So George, thank you for solving the problem and helping Bob.
Are you gonna upgrade it with lights?
We have lights involved, yeah. We were talking about lights, so we have yeah, I mean, it's just like.
Kind of like the Bellagio.
It was actually Bob's idea
It
too.
spits out.
I don't think it's gonna be that big. But, I'm done.
I just wanted to make a comment, Cindy, I really appreciate the report, I thought it was well informed.
All those recent,
Yeah.
with the benefit we've been going with.
After what you've been doing, I thought it was.
Thank you. No other reports, then motion to approve the official reports.
I'll make a motion to approve the official reports. I'll second.
Roll call.
Trustee Kirby.
Yes.
Trustee Repa.
Aye.
Trustee LaFreda.
Aye.
Supervisor Bellman.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Under new business number 1, approval of meeting minutes as presented, June 13, 2023, regular board meeting. Is there a motion to approve?
I'll make a motion to approve the meeting minutes.
Is there a second?
I'll second that.
Any discussion? Roll call.
Trustee Repa.
Aye.
Trustee Kirby.
Aye.
Trustee LaFreda. Aye. Supervisor Bellman.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Number 2, approval of monthly bills as presented, A, prepaid bills, and B, outstanding bills. Do you have a motion to approve?
I'll motion to approve the prepaid and outstanding bills.
Is there a second?
I'll second that.
Roll call.
Trustee LaFreda.
Aye.
Trustee Kirby.
Aye.
Trustee Redbud?
Aye.
Supervisor Butler?
Aye.
Motion carries.
Number 3, a resolution relating to the termination of participation by elected officials in the Illinois Municipal Retirement Fund. So what that really is about is Bob used to be an elected official up until 2021, where he was receiving IMRF. But now that he is no longer an elected official, we had to kind of clean out the IMRF with their agency. So that's what Emery was doing, just making sure everybody else is up to date, all the other elected officials, and cleaning out old ones that still might have been on the books. So does anybody have a question for that? There's a resolution.
Brief question. Bob, does this,
Why is there a resolution?
you're covered under IMRF as an employee now, correct?
Oh, I was.
Okay, so
This is
just-
for being an elected official.
right, you're still covered as an employee. This is just the elected position no longer exists.
So why is there?
But you had to re-enroll when you became an employee?
Okay, then,
Was this reviewed by, I mean, I can see where there's some deflection with this, because he's still covered under IMRF as an employee. Was this recommended by our attorney to pass this resolution?
it was by IMRF, I could bring it back and confirm. So this is the resolution that I have, just the hard copy. Do you want to take a look at it?
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I know that Anne Marie's been in contact with our attorney about this.
Yeah.
I just wanted to be sure that,
This is the resolution.
yeah.
Mhm. So it's a standard resolution that IMRF has.
Oh,
Can I just say something? I was talking with Anne Marie, and all it was is because of the title.
Title change.
And all it is just a title change. There's nothing to do with what's going in or.
So I'll read what
that.
Anne Marie put. IMRF completed the compliance review and presented the findings to Michelle. No serious issues were disclosed. The need to communicate changes in elected officials' positions were noted as exceptions.
Yeah.
It
These
does say in
items,
the resolution that it is for elected official, IMRF termination, but,
I think it's just a change of the title. These items have to be remedied by the board resolution and will be presented to the board. So if you want to, we could wait until next month.
I already see what it's saying. It says since the position of highway commissioner no longer exists,
Right.
then the position of highway commissioner doesn't fall under our MRF.
Right.
but as
I've
an
never
employee,
seen
you're still
that. I
covered
never
under.
saw that ahead of time. That's fine. It's all good.
Yeah, the board packet didn't get out as early as we wanted to. So are you good with this, or do you want to wait a month and then we talk to Anne Marie tomorrow?
Actually, I'd like to wait a month and I'm just gonna talk to Megan real quick and make sure everything's cool.
That works for me?
Okay. That's okay with you
Is
guys?
that okay with you guys to,
sure,
Yeah.
as long as, Bob isn't canceled out of the system completely.
Right,
And we don't
Yeah,
want
that's
to.
the only thing because.
Yeah, I don't
am
think
IMRF,
it is.
So I understand that you need to be very careful.
so I will, Bob, you want to come in tomorrow morning and Marie will be in?
I'll just speak to Megan, I think. No offense to Anne Marie, I just prefer to speak to Megan.
Okay, here, I'm going to give this to you.
Thank you. Yeah, no disrespect whatsoever, Anne Marie, I just want to speak to you.
No problem, but take that. Because that's just a hard copy.
I mean, yeah, it makes sense, you're no longer in an elected position, so
So it
Right,
makes
so-
sense, what, they were trying to do is just clean up.
I think just making sure bureaucratically nothing gets messed up.
Right.
That's my concern.
Yeah, the second part of this concern, I'm just kind of trying to make sure we have all the nuts and bolts connected, is that Megan, our attorney, talked to IMRF to get, this was supposed to have been done by June 29th. She got the extension to tomorrow. So I think she'll have to go back and ask for another extension at this point, just letting everybody know that
Which is
that's
fine.
also there.
Well, if you can talk to the people that you've decided to talk to, just to make sure that it's absolutely clear, and you can let her know, there may not be a need for.
So, but I said this way, you have the resolution, you have what IMRF.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it wasn't our resolution, it was
I
IMRF,
don't
yeah.
have any problem here, but if I would have stopped prior to the meeting, I would have found it. Anyway.
You're not, there's no problem at all. So come in tomorrow morning and then we'll, get an extension, I'll talk to Megan too.
Yeah, and then if we need to, I'm just going to check with everybody here, if we need to call a special or emergency meeting to address this quickly based on Bob saying yes and IMRF extensions being narrowed. Everybody available on, we need to find an available time.
Well, let's think about this in another way. Maybe what we can do is, approve action on this item, with Anne-Marie's consultation with, Megan's
Conditional on
consultation.
Megan's.
That way we don't have to have another meeting, as long as Megan is okay and Bob's okay, and they say, yes, I'm okay with giving the authority to the board to move ahead.
If we can make it conditional and everyone's fine with that, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with either way.
Yeah, that's fine with me. Yeah, like I said, I was just going with what IMRF, they have the resolution already put together.
Yeah, and I'm with Bob, I have no doubt that Anne Marie did her due diligence, but I also want to make sure that Bob is assured that he's not somehow, there's a mistake and he's kicked out of the system.
Yeah, if there are any concerns or any issues,
Yeah, if
by all
it
means, say
can
we
be
need to fix something and
We'll
we
fix
can
it.
come back and fix it.
Yeah.
It's no problem.
approved.
Sounds good.
Thank you.
So what are we making a motion? What's the wording?
So approve, I make a motion that we approve upon the consultation between Bob's attorney and our attorney, that if there's no problems, they can move ahead.
What's the same attorney? Maybe we Bob's attorney.
Oh, you're gonna go through our attorney with this?
I'm just gonna.
Head up, Megan.
Call them.
Oh,
As
yeah.
long as Megan, as Megan's fine with it, we'll go ahead with it. I thought there was two.
Just approve.
No.
Just
Okay.
approval of the resolution.
Do it conditional on Bob's release.
Yeah,
Perfect.
Thank you, guys.
That way you can just send an email once you're good and that's enough to release it.
yeah,
I'll
and
do
then
that
she
right
can
away
go
tomorrow.
ahead with it. That you don't even have to ask for an extension. Unless it's a problem.
So a motion to approve the resolution as presented, conditional on Highway Supervisor Bob Kula's email release and acceptance.
Good.
Mhm.
Is there a second?
I'll second that.
Who had the main motion?
Jeannie,
Jeannie.
Got it. I just wanted to be sure I got it right.
Roll call?
Trustee LaFredo.
Aye.
Trustee Repa.
Aye.
Trustee Kirby.
Alright.
Supervisor Baumann.
Aye.
Motion carries.
We have no executive session tonight. Do we have any more public comments? We
I have a couple of questions. You're talking about the public grounds on Haynesville, correct? I just want to make sure I understand you correctly.
I can actually update a little bit on that. I got a tentative agreement with the county for the egress.
Oh,
We've been going back and forth, somewhere between 22 and 24 feet wide. So enough for two one-ton trucks to pass by each other. We're still working out the exact location, but right now it looks like it's gonna be on the, initially had it on the south end of the property, but I think we have some trees and I'd rather not deal with and just move it a little bit to the north if that's feasible. I'm waiting to hear back from them on that, but
okay.
it looks like that'll
Cool.
happen.
Thank
Moving
you.
north and save some trees, that sounds like a great idea. What to look out for the place.
We will have to possibly remove some trees too, so. we'll
Quick
see.
question, have we had any contact with Round Lake Park in terms of their community development or zoning departments?
So when I last talked to them, it was more about like the trees. There's some dead trees that they would like removed before, we necessarily keep going forward. But right now, we're still in that very early stage with Bob and trying to figure out what we're doing. But as long as we keep moving forward, whether it's a year or 2 years, we're making more progress than we had in the last 10, 15 years. I don't even know how many, 2007. So thank you, Bob, I think it's just a great time with what we're doing with the roads and everything. It's a good time for us.
Yeah, are you referring to the trees on the lot over there?
Yeah,
Yeah, we have, there's some bigger ones there there's one that, a big oak that fell actually. I'm gonna have to get a tree company in there to take care of it. It's too big for us.
that was their biggest concern when they just went out just to visit the
There's-
property.
Yeah, there's a couple in the yard as well that have died. I know there's a new pest that's killing oak trees.
So we have to deal with that.
Okay, that's,
Actually took a couple out of my, some sort of a boring bug. It actually killed a couple oak trees at my house.
and is there anything you can do to keep the trees from?
They have a treatment for them to kill the boring, that bug. But the time to do it is in the fall and early spring, so if we're looking to preserve some of the other trees out there, it might be something to think about. But probably before we spend that money on something like that, we might want to have an arborist make a visit out there to make sure that that's why the trees are dying.
Okay, yeah, I think we would, just in general, because of all the trees, to have somebody come out. Any idea how much that would cost?
I'm gonna find out, but I have to do it in my own house, so
Okay,
when I get that information for you, I'll get back to you guys.
thank you.
But probably something, we have time because like I said, we can't do I think the treatment can't be done until later after the leaves fall. Is the best time from what I'm told.
But I like the idea of just keep talking about it, even to other people, of how we can move forward, the best way and best options for us.
Do we need a NFR letter or no further remediation for any environmental issues? Do we know if we're all set in that regard?
No, I haven't even moved forward. No, we have to change everything from the type of land it is, from where was it, commercial to
Well,
agriculture and,
yeah, as long as you can get it, you can check into that and see.
So I said that there's a lot to it, but it's still land that's just sitting there. And
So, and if I may, I'm sorry to interrupt, if we're talking about just a community garden, that's gonna be one thing, but if you're planning increasing traffic through there, then, that's gonna change the whole scope of the egress.
yeah, no, right now, we're just talking simple, because we'd have to reinvest in our money and try to figure out what we're gonna do, and even if we're doing real estate development, that would still be like, out a little bit.
Right.
But the person who I was actually gonna talk to with Rudy, is actually resigning, taking a new position, I don't know if you know that. So he is not gonna come out with us, but he probably would anyway, just because he's an Avon Township resident and he is concerned about his community. But no, he gave notice a couple weeks ago.
Okay,
So,
okay, we gotta wait.
yes, we were supposed to go out and see him in July when he came back from his
I remember,
vacation.
Yeah.
And then he called me and said he's taking on a new job, but it's a promotion for him, so good job, Joe. Anyways, any other,
Yeah, question for Bob, or suggestion. Get locates there just to see where any water, sewer, any.
That's already been done, actually. The county's already been doing all that stuff ahead of
So is it only in the easement?
the Haynesville Road project. It's all in the easement right now. Everything's gonna change over there because they're gonna have that walk path on our side. And then the multi-use path will be on the east side. So everything's gonna be, that's gonna be Washington Street, everything's gonna be moved, redone. Everything's just gonna be like starting from scratch.
so this is the best time for us to start doing this.
Some awful close property to Washington Street down there.
Pardon me?
Is there some awful close property to Washington Street?
Yeah.
Those houses are very nice.
Thank you, Bob. Any other comments tonight?
Follow-up question on that, because of all the redesign, if there's no utilities over there, would it make sense to have utilities brought in during this process before the streets in there? Or do they?
I don't know that answer.
Okay,
I don't know.
because there'd probably be no electric, no water, no sewer, nothing over there.
Again, no, I approached the county with the understanding that this is going to be a utility, for us to access for new maintenance on property and, minor traffic like that, talking about something like bringing utilities in there and doing this whole other thing, that's going to change the whole scope and make the county way from doing this.
Yeah, no, I mean, right now, let's keep it simple,
I
because,
think we should keep it
Keep it
simple
simple.
and, maybe start with if you want to do a community garden or something like that, but, it's gonna be something, if you have bigger aspirations, I think you might want
no, I mean, I do like the current community, is to start off with, I think it's a huge way to bring the community together, it's something that, Ron, like, you, Grace, like, use. It's in a great area. It's, I mean, traffic, Washington
And I
Street.
mean, if you're looking for water, you might be able to, something you might be able to talk to Linda about.
Well, we already solved that problem.
With the neighborhood.
Yes, yes. If the neighbor will give us access, we have 2 separate meters. So any of the water that we use, we just pay for, kind of like an apartment complex. So it would make it very easy to solve the water problem. We have not contacted the business yet until we have more like a concrete plan of what we want to do. Because I don't want to go and say, hey, we want to do this, and then we're going to do this. We need a parking lot right now. But I think we can build up that relationship, but we got to have that plan. Plan of action. Do we have any other questions, concerns, or ideas on the property right now? Right. I'm making a motion to adjourn. Is there a second?
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, motion adjourned. We are done at
7:20 PM.
7:20. Not our shortest, but not bad. So it's very informative.